Google officially pulled the curtain back on the brand-new Pixel 11 lineup. While everyone expected minor camera bumps and incremental Tensor upgrades, Google dropped a hardware surprise that's actively dividing the tech community. It's called HiLight, a dedicated ambient LED light ring built around the rear camera housing that pulses, glows, and communicates whenever Gemini AI handles background tasks or screens incoming calls. Is this a genuine leap forward in hands-free ambient computing, or a gimmick meant to distract us from controversial changes under the hood? Today, we're breaking down the official specs of the Pixel 11, Pixel 11 Pro, and 11 Pro XL, testing Tensor G6, and examining why tech enthusiasts across the US and Europe are debating base memory allocations. Let's dive in. Let's start with the feature everyone is talking about: HiLight. Integrated into the Pro models and Fold, Google replaced the singular flash with a multi-zoned LED ring capable of producing dynamic RGB light patterns. When your phone sits face down, complementing Google's Flip to Show feature, HiLight acts as a subtle heads-up display. You can assign color pulses to VIP contacts, track delivery updates, or watch a cyan pulse indicate that on-device Gemini AI is processing a complex transcription or screening a call in real time. Under the hood sits the new Tensor G6 processor, built on a refined 3-nanometer architecture. Google claims 25% faster web browsing, 15% faster app launches, and a 50% increase in TPU AI compute capacity. However, this launch raised eyebrows due to an unexpected RAM restructuring. Amid global memory supply constraints, Google kept base models at 12 gigabytes of RAM, while doubling starting storage to 256 gigabytes. Power users argue 12 gigabytes might choke future AI models, while Google maintains Tensor G6's optimized compression renders extra RAM unnecessary. On the photography front, hardware improvements are substantial. Pro models feature an upgraded 50MP main sensor alongside a redesigned 48MP periscope telephoto lens that pulls in 30% more physical light. Google introduced Magic Capture, recording a brief HDR video clip while pulling multiple uncompressed full-resolution stills in a single tap. Night sight processing is up to 4.5 times faster, drastically reducing motion blur in low-light environments without forcing you to hold still for seconds. Beyond hardware, software integration reaches deeper into the core experience. Gemini Nano runs up to 3.5 times faster locally. A standout software feature is Rambler, an AI voice model built to accurately transcribe chaotic, stream-of-consciousness natural speech. It automatically strips filler words like or ah, reformats voice notes into structured text, and suggests context-aware calendar entries or flight cards directly inside messaging threads. Display tech gets a notable bump across the stack. The standard Pixel 11 hits up to 3000 nits peak brightness, while the Pro and Pro XL feature Super Actua LTPO OLED panels pushing an incredible 3600 nits. Battery capacity span from 4,850 mAh on the Pro up to 5,115 mAh on the XL, supporting 45 watts wired charging and Qi 2 magnetic wireless charging up to 25 watts. Google promises over 30 hours of standard use per charge. Now I want to hear from you in the comments. Is HiLight a feature you'd actually use daily, or would you keep your phone's screen side up anyway? How do you feel about Google staying at 12 gigabytes RAM for the base 256 gigabytes model? Drop your thoughts below. I read and reply to as many as I can. Pricing remains a major focal point. The base Pixel 11 starts at $899 in the US and €999 in Europe, while the Pro comes in at $1,099 and €1,199, directly competing with the Galaxy S26 Ultra and iPhone 17 Pro. While Google trails raw multi-core benchmark leaderboards compared to Snapdragon and Apple Silicon, their strategy focuses on practical real-world utility, offering 7 full years of Android OS and security updates. Is HiLight a game-changer? It solves a real issue for professionals keeping phones silent face down in meetings who still need glanceable alerts. Conversely, critics argue a rear LED light bar forces users to form new habits, and battery drain from constant RGB tracking remains a question mark until long-term testing concludes. It represents a bold experiment in hardware visual feedback. For creators, Google expanded the Creator Suite within Android 17. This includes 10-bit HDR video recording, upgraded Pro stable video algorithms, and built-in studio audio isolation that filters background noise in real time. The hardware-software synergy between Tensor G6's TPU and the camera sensors makes high-level content production far more accessible straight out of your pocket. Which feature matters most when choosing a flagship phone in 2026? Raw chip performance, real-world camera innovation, or long-term software support? Let me know below. The Pixel 11 series proves Google is willing to take hardware risks rather than playing it safe. While Tensor G6 isn't a benchmark king, features like HiLight push mobile user experience forward in practical ways. Thanks for tuning into Tech Market Pulse. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Ring the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Let us know your final verdict on the Pixel 11 below, and we'll see you in the next video.